Hello students, today we are continuing with the C++ series. Today's lecture is going to be on constructor with arguments. So, in the earlier class we discussed about a class which is of the type student. So in order to create a class of the type student, what we did was we created a student class which had the private and public sections in that, and you can have variables in this. You can have variables and functions. Functions are nothing but the methods inside this. Now, as I said, if we want to use this private property, this is a class, is a private property of the student. Now, if you want to use it in another function called main, you have to create an object of the student. Then you can use the public variables or methods which are put in, that can be called into this by saying cout obj dot whatever you have to have. Suppose a variable is there, here it is integer marks or something, then you can write marks here. So whatever is written in the public session can be brought into the main part. So now we are talking about constructors now. In the earlier discussion we mentioned that a constructor can be a default constructor, that means is a function with the same name of the class, and whatever you write inside, it will be executed as soon as the object is created. Now think of a case in which, let's say, in the private section I have a character, let's say star name or something like that here, name of a student. Now you can even create a constructor other than the default constructor. This can be there, but one more constructor we can even create just after this portion, which may look like this: student, then in brackets, let's say I am going to put character star n. So after that you can create a function which is called the constructor with arguments. This is an argument now, character star n. So I can always use this variable inside to initialize to a private variable or whatever is there available within the class. So this is called a constructor with arguments. Now we will practically see in a C++ compiler how we use this, how you execute a create a C++ program for constructor with the arguments. Now As I already discussed earlier, we are going to let's say a compiler, C++ compiler, which is called DEV C++. You can always download from the internet the DEV C++. I am sorry about this screen. This LabVIEW 2016 has come in, actually, which we will be teaching you later, but not at this course. I am sorry about this popping up. Now look at the screen that you have. So let us create it altogether a new C++ program. That will be more better for you to understand. As I said, I am going to cut and paste few lines into this. So look at the new lines only. So every C++ program needs these two lines. After that, let's say I am creating a class in which I have put, in the private section there is an integer age of a student, marks of a student, and name of a student. Now in the public section, what I am doing is, like, I have created a function in the same name as the class student, and this is called what? It's called default constructor. So it's called default constructor. So in today's video we are explaining about a constructor with arguments, which is different. So this is called a constructor with arguments. So now I am writing another constructor, but the only difference is here you have some arguments coming in. See, I have passing a character string. I have passed this character star n, integer a and integer m. This will be for corresponding to name, this age and marks. So these are the temporary variables which I have initialized with the name, age and marks, which are basically, these are variables which are already, these are basically initializing the class variables. Now after that, I am also creating a function called display in the public section. Just another function, just like that I created to display the age and mark and name of the student, something like this. Now, so you have also created this display. Now the next part which I am going to do is, actually I have to close the class which I was creating. The class was beginning from here. So corresponding to this, you have to end this brace. A class has to be entered. So I am ending it by this. So the class is created now. So here I am right now talking in this video about the constructor with the arguments, and there is also default constructor, which is this. Now let us create a program actually to access this class, and by creating an object. As I said, you have to create an object. Now it is like this. Let us just comment out one by one. Suppose I create a student, some name of a person, and name is passed, and 20 and 100 are passed. That means the moment this line is executed, it will look for a matching constructor which is matching with this one. It will get executed. The n will come in and it will get initialized with this, and a will come in, initialized with age and all these things. So this will come. Now let us try to execute this program and try to see what is happening right now. So I go here and I say compile this program. So I can give let's say a name untitled 4 or something. I can save this. I have saved this. Now see, the process let us see what is going to happen now. So what I did, actually I created a constructor with arguments, and simply I created, but I did not use that actually. See that? If I want to use that, I can use joby.display. See that? This is a command line, these are both are command lines, so these two lines are only active. Let us now run this. See that? The marks, age is got initialized, mark is got initialized, name also got initialized, and they got displayed. So it displayed that. So this is called a constructor with arguments. In the next class we will discuss more in depth of this. And suppose I wanted to create a second student also, Babu, and also wanted to display Babu.display. So you can see two independent objects are created. They have independent age, independent name, independent marks, etc. Okay, see you in the next class.